Yo, it's HeyBroken, and today I'm going to talk about the issues that are preventing you from progressing in Tekken 8 Season 3. So the first thing will be not utilizing the stage hazards properly. This is a mechanic that I'm not too fond of, and that is because if you see any stage hazard available or a floor break in Tekken World Tour, they will always go for a move or a throw that will immediately use the stage mechanic. It's without fail. You have to utilize it. It's a mechanic in the game. It is a very strong mechanic in the game. So whenever a stage hazard is available, you do have to use it, no matter how you feel about it, no matter if you even feel bad for using the stage mechanic or spamming throws at the beginning of a round like all the other pros do for a stage mechanic. You have to utilize it, and you have to use it properly. You have to get a optimized combo for every single stage interaction in the game, whether if it's off a throw, if it's off a move, if it's off a hell sweep like Ravens when Pena went against Ulsan and did that a billion times. You need a optimized combo route for every single stage. Arena Underground, Descent of Subconsciousness, Pac-Man stage, every single stage hazard. You need to have that optimized combo, because you cannot leave any damage on the table, because as soon as you leave even one damage, that could lead to a snowball effect to where you get to 1 HP or your opponent gets to 1 HP, and then they block the low because you went low, and then you lose the momentum, and then you lose the round because you did not get that one extra damage off that stage hazard. So optimize your combos off the stage hazards. Understand which moves are best for each situation. Make sure that you don't overextend trying to get those stage hazards. Like, don't get too greedy. You could spam the throw, because you could use the mindset of, okay, they won't continue to spam the throw. But do not overextend when trying to utilize the sage hazards, because you will see the consequences. Now, for the second thing, it will be not understanding the reasoning or the thought process behind your opponent's moves or movement. Whenever a Mishima player is, moving all across the screen, best believe that they are trying to butter you up for an electric wind godfist. And if you're not actively thinking about why your opponent is moving all over the place, it's because you are not at that level where you're actively thinking about not only your moves, but your opponent's moves. What are they setting you up for? What is the reasoning behind why do they keep doing this move in this interaction? How are you reacting to the situation? How are you reacting to the sequence of moves? You have to understand both sides. You cannot only think about your offense, you have to think about also your defense at the same time. You cannot let yourself be consumed by one side or the other. You definitely need balance. Remember what I said about learning your opponent's move list and going over it over and over, because that will give you a better idea of the common moves that your opponent does, and you will be able to deduce and reduce the amount of mental stack, because you understand when this character goes into this stance, these are the 4 moves that will happen on your screen, and you will be less your mind will be less cluttered, you will be less stressed, because you will know what to expect. So always understand what your opponent is trying to achieve, and do not get consumed by your own strategies, own game plan, own whatever. So for the third thing, it will be not realizing your own flowcharts. I remember when I used to go against Trizzy when he was playing Yoshimitsu in season 1. This guy would always do 3 to the 4, when he does the 2 kicks really quickly, and he could transition into the airborne, or he could stay on the ground. I would always jab after that move, because I would want to get the +1 to get my turn back. But he caught on to this, and then he would always hop knee. And I got bodied by that setup over and over and over until I could finally understand that after that move, it was a setup for him to then hop knee. It took me so many interactions, so many times to understand that's exactly what he wanted. It took me so many games, so many sets for me to even realize that I was the problem the whole time, instead of just complaining, oh my god, he crushed my jab, oh my god, why is he hot kneeing? Because I did not want to reflect on my own gameplay. I just wanted to complain that he was playing Yoshimitsu in season 1. Now, if I never realized that, I would be continuing to complain and continuing the cycle and not improve as a player. That is a very huge problem that people in the lower ranks have. They will continue the same flowcharts and they will not even recognize that's what they're doing. When they look back and someone points it out, they're like, oh, I can't believe that I am doing that. That is because they are not actively conscious of the moves that they're doing, and they're not letting the character flow within them. You have to become your character. It is no longer pixels on the screen. I become Zafina, you become Jin, you become Yoshi, you become Fakuram. That is how this game is supposed to be played. Now, that ties in to my next topic, and it will be not utilizing your whole move list. When you play a character at the height, when you go higher and higher, when you become, a better and better overall player at the game, that comes with optimizing your character, and you cannot do that if you do not use your character's whole move list. Now, I'm not saying use 10 hit combos. I'm saying really watch other players and understand how much different they're playing compared to you. What moves do they use that you don't? And understand why they're using those moves, so you can then implement those moves into your own gameplay and expand your own gameplay and really get to that next level with your character. You have to understand you cannot play the same way over and over and over and think that you're going to progress. When I played Anna, there were so many moves that I didn't utilize, and I didn't even realize how useful those moves were until I had a very, very exquisite, very, very impressive Anna player named Joy TK, making me realize how important using down 4-1 was, and how many different transitions into, how many moves can I crush with this move, how many moves can I stop with this move. That is a move that I never use, and I got up to God 2 without using that move. But when I started using that move, it expanded my gameplay, and it made me think about the character a little bit more deeply, because now I'm implementing a whole nother can of worms, or bag of worms, whatever that term is. Now, if you stay in the same situation forever, only using 50 moves instead of 100, then you will never unlock that hidden potential that your character actually has. And you will say, oh, my character needs buffs on these moves, instead of using more of your toolkit. You will stay in the cycle of complaining about tier lists over and over and over, saying, oh, my character got nerfed, my character needs buffs. You need to break that and really understand the potential that your character has, instead of waiting on Bombco to buff your character. So make sure that you're using as many moves from your character as possible, because you want to unlock the hidden potential that you have and really progress over and over and over. And understand that there is different playstyles with your character, so there is always something to learn from someone, even if they are a lower rank from you. Not everyone will have the same approach or the same playstyle with the character, and that is very important to learn, because that means you can take something like me. I see Fate Wilder and I see his tech, and I think it is so impressive how he's able to sit in the lab and really understand very unique situations. Now, is it messed up that I watch his hard work and take it for myself? Yes, it is. but that is a part of the game and becoming a more complete player. The more tech you have and you can use the fundamentals to back it up, the better you will be at the game. So again, learn as many moves as possible. Try to take as many influence from other people playing your own character as much as possible, and really again unlock that hidden potential. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.